to identify the quadratic equation given its roots. So before, given the quadratic equation, we solve for the roots. Ngayon naman, roots ang given, and we will identify what quadratic equation has the given roots. Okay, let's start. Let's say the given roots are 5, and -7. Okay, from these roots, paano natin malalaman kung anong quadratic equation ang may roots na 5 and -7? So again, here we will work backward. Okay, so the first thing we should do is, since these are the roots, it means that these are the values of x. So we will write these roots equal to x. So this will become x equals 5 and x equals -7. Okay? The next thing we will do is, ililipat natin ang 5 and -7 on the other side of the equal sign to join x. So, what will be left on the right side of the equal sign is 0. So, this will become x minus 5 equals 0. We applied subtraction property of equality. And then this one will become x plus 7 equals 0. Addition property of equality. Okay? Now next is, we will take x minus 5 and x plus 7 as factors, or isulat natin sila sa loob ng parentheses, and then we will multiply afterwards. So this will now become x minus 5, or the quantity of x minus 5, times the quantity of x plus 7 equals 0. Now, let's multiply. Multiply x minus 5 to x plus 7. So let us distribute first x. Or you may use FOIL method. So we have x times x, that is x squared. And then x times 7 is 7x. Next, -5 times x is -5x. And -5 plus 7 is -35 equals 0. Now, we already have the quadratic equation. Let us now combine like terms. So, walang ka-like term ang x squared, so we will just copy it. And then 7x minus 5x. These two are like terms, so combine them. 7x minus 5x is 2x. And then, we just copy the constant, -35, kasi mag-isa lang naman siya. Okay? So, this is now the quadratic equation. Okay, this is the quadratic equation that has roots 5 and -7. So it means, pag sinolve natin yung roots ng mga nitong quadratic equation na ito, using any of the 4 methods we discussed, maliban sa extracting the square root, so we will end up with 5 and -7 as the roots. Okay, let's have another example. If we have, let's say, okay, let me change the color of my pen. Let's use black. Let us say the roots are 5 halves and 3 halves. Okay, so the roots are 5 halves and 3 halves. What quadratic equation has these roots? So first, we will write this roots equals to x. So this will become x equals 5 halves, and the other one is x equals 3 halves. Okay, next is, we will move 5 halves and 3 halves on the other side of the equal sign. So this will become x minus 5 halves equals 0, subtraction property of equality. And the other one is x minus 3 halves equals 0, the same, subtraction property of equality. And then let's take x minus 5 halves and x minus 3 halves. Let's write them as product of two binomials. So this will become x minus 5 halves, the quantity of x minus 5 halves, times the quantity of x minus 3 halves equals 0. Okay, multiply. X times x is x squared. X times -3 halves is -3 halves x. negative 5 halves times x is negative 5 halves x, and negative 5 halves times negative 3 halves, so negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15, and 2 times 2 is positive 4, and of course equals 0. Now let's combine similar terms. So we will just copy x squared, and then these two are similar terms, combine them following the rules in addition and subtraction of fraction. So let's just add or subtract the numerator. Negative 3 minus 5 is negative 8, and then copy the same denominator, and of course x, and then copy 15/4 equals 0. Now we can actually simplify 18 halves, or negative 8 halves rather. We can write this as negative 4x, but we still have a rational term here. So how can we make this, okay? Or how can we remove our rational terms? So we will multiply the whole equation with the LCD. And in this example, the LCD is 4. So let us multiply each of the terms of this equation by 4, which is the LCD. Okay, multiply. So 4 times x squared, that is 4x squared. 4 times negative 8 halves x. So we can actually cancel 2, and then 4. 4 will become 2. And 2 times negative 8x is negative 16x. Next, 4 times 15/4, we can actually cancel 4. And what will be left is 1 times 15, or just simply 15. And 4 times 0, of course, 0. Any numbers multiplied to 0 is 0. So this is now the quadratic equation, okay? This is now the quadratic equation, okay, with the roots 5 halves and 3 halves, okay? That's simple. That will be all for today. Bye.